Kitkatscanread. Hello, it's Katie. Welcome to another video, and also welcome to my new setup. I have had a new arrangement. I've moved my bed around, I've moved some boxes around, and I'm in a new little kind of like location. So yeah, we're just gonna kind of like roll with it. I wanted it to be so they had more daylight from the window where I'm laying down in bed so that I can read, and like I use like less artificial light. So we're just going to see how this works. But anyway, today's video is going to be my July wrap up, the books that I read in July. I didn't do a great amount of reading, a lot happened, and that's all I'm going to say, but at least I read something, so I'm going to sort of like kind of like take it with a pinch of salt and kind of like learn to accept it. So the first book that I read in the month of July was a graphic novel, and it was on my actual TBR, and it came out of one of the TBR jars that I had on my World of Kit Kats game, and this was for the next volume of Saga. So this is volume number 4. This was a reread, but I could not remember anything that I'd read of it, so I think I literally like read it really quickly. But yeah, in case you guys don't know, this is like a sci-fi graphic novel series that is basically about these two kind of like, I don't know, think of it as like alien races, and they have this child together, and you know, for these two, you know, races, like it's kind of like forbidden for them. They're meant to be like, I don't know, hating each other and stuff, and then this baby is kind of like really important. So these people are on the run and they meet people along the way, all sorts of weird and crazy characters. It literally doesn't make sense. Like literally all of the characters that are in this book like just don't make sense. Like there's characters with like TVs as heads, but you know, it's weird and wacky. That's all I'm gonna say. Like literally look at this, a giant huge TV is the head. Like it's crazy. So yes, it's adult, it's quite explicit, there's sex, there's drugs, there's blood, it's graphic, it's gory, it's weird but good. That's all I can say. Like when I first read it, I did not understand the hype. Second time reading around, I love it. So yeah, I think like the artwork is just, you know, if you look at it, it's just vibrant and colourful, and yeah, I look forward to reading volume number 5. So in the end, I rated this book a 4 out of 5 Kit Kats when it came out of Core Pile. I found that I didn't enjoy it as much as like the other volumes, but I did still enjoy it. 4 is still a really good rating in my opinion. And yeah, so really it was just like knocked down to like enjoyment and intrigue factors, but everything else great, like the characters, the colour, the artwork, the writing, the plot. So yeah, all I can say is I recommend it if you really like science fiction adult graphic novels. And the second and the final book that... Wait, get off my lip, you big bum. The second and final book that I read in the month of July was The Summer House by James Patterson. I got this from my library. I was meant to read this for the whatever-a-thon for the prompt of a summer thriller, and I didn't get round to finishing it in the month of June, so I pushed it forwards to July. And yeah, I'm glad that I did. Like it was quite an enjoyable audiobook for me. Like there were some like holes in the plot, and because of that it affected my enjoyment factor, and that's what knocked it down for me on the Core Pile. But I still ended up giving it a rating of 4 out of 5 Kit Kats. This is basically the story of, and like the first chapter is really gruesome and graphically described. So there's this house, and this sister goes to visit her other sister. There are these men in the house, and there's a little 2-year-old child, and the next minute like these men come running in and rushing in and like just like gunning down these people like one by one, including the 2-year-old. So there's absolutely definitely a trigger warning for, you know, guns and violence. Like it's just, you know, it literally happens in the first chapter. So yeah, it's pretty massive, and yeah, it's very graphic with that, and it's kind of like the detectives and like all of like the chief inspectors, and they're all teaming together to figure out what happened. Like, why was there a massacre, especially with men that are from Afghanistan? Are they being framed for something? Because the next minute they're like under custody and they're all like pleading guilty, but like, you know, they're pleading guilty like really easily. Is there something happening behind this? Some people are acting like really mysterious around it. So it's about them investigating that, finding out exactly what happened. Are they being framed? Is there somebody actually behind this? And yeah, why were those people killed? So yeah, it is really graphic, like that, you know, those first few chapters. And yeah, oh my goodness, just, I was like, wow, quite a shock. So yeah, just definitely saying that's a massive like trigger. And even for me, I was just like, wow, crazy. So yeah, but you know, it's a book, I read it. And I've read some books by James Patterson before. I've read his like contemporary books and I ended up really enjoying them, but I don't think his detective novels are for me. I'm not a massive reader of crime fiction anyway, so it's not really something that I do pick up. Yes, okay, I might enjoy a good thriller, but maybe not something that's kind of like detective-y. So yeah, if I rate a detective book 5 stars, it means that, you know, it's genuinely shocked me and it was really good. But yeah, no, it was definitely interesting. I listened to the audiobook of this mainly from my library, but I did have the physical book from my library as well, because I did physically read some of it. So it was kind of like a big book to get through, but I'm glad that I finished it. You know, at least, you know, I didn't like, you know, return to the library and never wonder what happened at the end of the book. So I read it, I completed it, and you know what, 4 out of 5. It's really good. So there you have it, guys. Those are the 2 books that I read in the month of July. It wasn't a lot, but I'm hoping August might be a little bit better. I don't really know though, because like there's a lot going on in my life right now. I know I literally say this every month, but it's just ongoing, and it feels like it's never ending. And yeah, I literally feel like I'm in limbo most of the time, and then when something else happens, it does knock me big time. And yeah, you know, I'm on antidepressants now, like big time. And yeah, like the fact that I can still feel things like even whilst on them this time, you know, before used to kind of like numb me, but like this time it's just kind of like, you know. But anyway, you're not here to hear about that, but like, yeah, it's just a difficult time at the moment. So yeah, we shall see how things go. So I'm just like taking it with a pinch of salt and just accepting it for what it is. If I want to read, I'll read, but most of the time I'm fucking shattered. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that is the truth of it. I'm just doing the best I can. I am struggling big time, but trying to be positive, that is the main thing. So that's the truth in it all, guys. That's the truth in it. Where were those days where I used to read like 10 books a month? Where they're gone? I don't know. But yeah, that is it for me for today. So I hope you guys have enjoyed my video. How did you guys do in the month of July? Let me know down below. All of my social media links will be linked down below in the description if you'd like to follow me elsewhere. Twitter, Instagram, Goodreads is all down below for you. Book clubs, lovely friendly people, gaming stuff, you name it, it's down below. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. Have a fantastic day wherever you are. Keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy. My name is Katie, and I'll see all of you wonderful, awesome people in my next video. Bye.